Hello and welcome to Iridium Rock and Metal Reviews. So today I'm going to do a reaction. So it's been a little while since I've done one. I think the last reaction I did was when the Striper album was out. So this band has been requested by a few people. So a band called Theocracy. And the track I've chosen, because I've had a few tracks requested, is Laying the Demons to Rest. So this came off the Mirror of Souls album, 2008. Theocracy, from what I can read about on Wiki, if you can trust Wiki, are a progressive metal band, power metal as well. This album was released in 2008, and this track itself is a long one, 9 minutes and 37 seconds. So you have to bear with me on that one, unless of course you love the band, which you can surely you'll be all right with 9 minutes and 37 seconds. Let's hope I will be. So the band consists of, on this album in particular, Matt Smith on vocals, guitar, bass and keys. So he does a lot of stuff on this album. Jonathan Hines on the guitar, backing vocals, and Sean Benson on drums, backing vocals. So this, apparently, this second album is the first proper sort of band album. The first one was Matt Smith, I believe, did everything on the album. All the bass and drums and everything. So this is the proper band album, second album. So looking forward to this, like I said, because I've had a few requests, people saying they're brilliant, especially the singer. So you know what I'm like about singers, I love a decent singer in metal. So here we go, really looking forward to it. So this one is called Laying the Demons to Rest by Theocracy. Here we go. Epic. Almost scratchy it. Oh, what a riff. let's give it a quick stop there. Brilliant production, really punchy, thrash, almost thrash at the beginning, but you know, good thrash, because you know what, I don't like all thrash, but I do like occasionally like a thrash band. Metallica, when they were in their, you know, Master of Puppets, you know, that sort of era, Ride the Lightning, Testament, their new stuff is brilliant, and it really reminded me of that riff, especially at the beginning, was proper thrashy. Absolutely loved it. And then when that, I love the little the first verses, almost like, oh, it sort of reminded me of like an old horror film, you know, like a really early black and white horror film. I love the little whispery voice going over that. Absolutely brilliant. Musicianship is excellent, by the way. Drumming is fantastic. Bass is just out of this world. The drummer and the bass guitarist are fantastic. Just keep it all going so well. Just what you would expect from this sort of, is a little bit progressive so far, not too much, more along the power metal sort of at the moment. When it went into that, so after them quiet little verses, little horror type sounding, and then it went into that riff, it cut to the guitar riff. I wanted it to go into that riff with the verses, and then it sort of done like a speed metal, power metal type verses, if you know what I mean. I didn't want it, I wanted it to go into that really heavy riff and go along with that rather than the speed metal bit, but later on it came back and that riffing started again, that really heavy riff, and it sort of made it even better because it came in, it was much more powerful. The heaviness is coming from the slower bit rather than the fast bit. I love it so far, and you know, with some power metal, you know, you know, I read on Wiki it's power and progressive. I suppose this is more power metal to me, this song so far. There might be some progressive elements coming later, but you know what, sometimes power metal can be a bit cheesy, you know, a bit too happy if you like. This is not that sort of spectrum. This is more of the sort of serious sort of power metal, which is what I like. I'm hoping that, you know, this is just a taste of what this band are like throughout their albums, because I'm really impressed so far. I'm loving it. So we're at the halfway mark. We've got 5 minutes to go. So, you know, with 9.5 minute song, there's going to be some epicness here and there. There's here some real epicness going on with some really, like, you know, hopefully there's a massive guitar solo, and I can comment on that. But here we go. Let's go play for the rest of this now. Be the rest of the song. So yeah, great choice so far. Just hope it carries on. Twin lead. Almost maideny that. Oh, breakdown. This is the progressive bit. yeah, it was great. That was great. So I got told about this singer's voice. Obviously, he has a great voice, an absolutely superb voice. Got some real range there. You know, I don't know what his lower range will be like, but he can definitely hit some heights, you know what I mean? Sometimes singers are not great at both, if you know what I mean. A good example of that would be, you know, and don't like the guy's tone. Rob Alford's a good example. His lower range ain't so good, but he can hit some heights. This guy's got a really nice tone though, really smooth all the way through the song. Love his tone. I'd like to know if he can sing like deeper as well. He's good at the high stuff without a doubt. But the winner on this song is the instruments. I did say about the bass guitarist is really good, but it is actually Matt Smith. I remember saying the vocalist. He does the bass guitar on here as well. So that little breakdown before the guitar solo, when the bass kicked in and then guitar, then back to that bass, God, that was heavy, so heavy. And then that little breakdown, there was a guitar breakdown again, like a Pantera type sort of breakdown, you know, that heavy riffing before it, sludgy sort of riffs before it went into that excellent guitar solo that was a bit Maidenish with the twin leads. It went from fast to heavy. But I'll tell you, because of the different textures they got throughout the song, it really sounded heavy when, like it did at the beginning, when it went from fast to the slower sort of heavier riffs. When it hits with them heavier riffs, it hits you so hard, it makes it 10 times heavier than it would be if the whole song was that sort of, that had that texture. Where they do different layers and textures, when they do a dang, 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 that really like hits hard. It's so heavy. Love the song. It even was very melodic. The chorus, I think they did 2 choruses, I'm not sure, because there was a massive guitar solo. Might have been 2 choruses, but when I heard the chorus at the end, straight away I was sort of like humming it in my head like I'd already heard it once. So, you know, to have a song that's 9.5 minutes long with all the twists and turns and still be catchy, they're on to a winner there. Even, I'm not a huge fan of progressive music, but they just used it perfectly. Probably for about 30 seconds or so in that song, 30, 40 seconds, that little progressive odd time signature that came in there. Not too much, but yet again, because progressive music sometimes takes me out of the groove, you know. But where it only went away for a little bit, it was really clever progressive time signature. But yet there again, when it went back out of that, it just made the song so heavy, you know, very clever, really clever. Lyrically, I'm not sure. Laying the Demons to Rest is a saying, isn't it? I mean, when I say I'm not sure, I was listening to it more musically rather than lyrically. So the instruments, trying to concentrate on those. But I think it is literally, you know, laying the demons to rest. When you say that, it's like, you know, maybe temptations, wherever it is, you know, and getting over those things in life. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below. But it was a great choice. I can't even remember who asked me to do this one. There's a few people asked me to do Theocracy. So I just picked one, but thanks very much. It was a great choice. I love it. I know they've got 4 albums out. I'm going to check all them out. But before I do that, I might do a couple of more reactions because I love that song. Absolutely loved it. And it flew by like it was 4 minutes long. It honestly did. So, right. I hope you like my reaction. If you want to subscribe, please press the red button, bottom right-hand corner.